I sometimes try to imagine what would have happened if we'd known the bonobo first and chimpanzee only later, or not at all. The discussion about human evolution might not revolve as much around violence, warfare, and male dominance, but rather around sexuality, empathy, caring, and cooperation. What a different intellectual landscape we would occupy. France of all, our inner ape.
What is up, love doves? I'm back in the saddle, back on the mic, coming at you from a Saturday afternoon. Now, Saturday typically is a day that people enjoy because we operate in this completely bunk system of time. I believe that we should abolish time, or recreate time, or make it better. The powers that be F with us on every single level, and one of the levels they F with us is time, and including the days of the week. So Saturday is supposed to be this day where people like cut loose and enjoy themselves, right? It's named after Saturn. Why do you think it's named after Saturn? Well, let's take a look here. Let's look at the Britannica, Encyclopedia Britannica.com, okay? Now, Encyclopedia Britannica, it comes from the United Kingdom. So it's pretty much you're getting straight state dope. You want to watch CNN or you want to read Britannica? Same thing. CNN, Britannica. MSNBC, Britannica. Fox News, Britannica. You're getting the straight state dope. And I find it interesting. I find it interesting to see what the statists are saying. Because the problem is empire. Empire is the problem. Empires have always been fucking hellish. They have always been hellish. I mean, even, I'm biased towards Mexico, but the Aztec Empire was pretty fucked. The Aztec Empire was really horrible to this little province called Tlaxcala. They were really, really horrible to them. The Tlaxcalans lived right next to Tenochtitlan, and the Aztec emperor people would keep them in a state of like permanent kind of like servitude. They like cut off resources to them, but they wouldn't let them die because they tested their military technology on them. The Aztecs tested their military technology on the Tlaxcalans, and then they would have these ritual wars, and they would take Tlaxcalans and they would sacrifice them. So that's empires for you. So here's another empire that is frigging horrific, the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire. Because remember, empires are the problem. Empires are the problem. I am so anti-imperialist, it's not even funny. Empires are the freaking problem. And we just keep on repeating history, and it's so boring. It is so boring. Boring, stupid, lame. That's empires. Boring, stupid, lame. I thought you were talking about empire. No, I'm talking about boring, stupid, and lame. That's empires. Boring, stupid, lame, repeating history, same mistakes over and over again, sacrificing people, being stupid. So they named Saturday after the Roman god of Saturn. So let's read this straight from the dope, straight from the state, Encyclopedia Britannica. What's Saturn, you ask? And why would they name Saturday after Saturn? Well, in Roman religion, that's where I'm going for my answers. Roman religion. The just warlike hellions who had the best military technology. They're the ones that I want my religion from. I want the warlike hellions with the best military technology, and I'm going to take my religion from them, and I'm going to name my day of fun after them, after their god. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing right now in this friggin' rad situation. So it's Saturday, it's day to cut loose, day to have fun. It's named after Saturn. Well, let's find out who Saturn is. In Roman religion, Saturn is the god of sowing or seed. The Romans equated him with the Greek agricultural deity Cronus. Now, you might remember Cronus, because Cronus eats his own babies. That's what Cronus does. Cronus eats his own babies. And even in this Britannica article, there's a piece of art that is featured in an article by Francisco Goya, and it is a horrific piece of art. Like, I don't want to be looking at it, but I'm doing this for you all because I love you. It's Piece of art by Francisco Goya, and it's called Saturn Devouring His Sun. And it's this lunatic maniac eating his own sun. That's the art. So that's what we have for Saturday. I'll keep going, but just to give you a little primer, it's this complete psychopath eating his own son is what Saturday's named after. Cool. Super cool. So the remains of Saturn's temple at Rome, 8 columns of the pronaos or porch, still dominate, blah, blah, boring. Temple goes back, boring. Okay. It served as the treasury of the Roman state, of course. Saturn's cult partner, ready for this? Saturn's cult partner was the obscure goddess Lua. Huh, that's interesting. Whose name is connected with lues, which is plague or destruction. Huh, interesting. So we named Saturday after Saturn, who eats his own babies, which is cool. And then he has a cult partner whose name is connected with plague or destruction. So yeah, it's Saturday. It's time to have fun. It's time to cut loose. Let's eat our own babies and do plague and destruction. Fucking rad. That's why we need to abolish time, but no one listens to me. In fact, I just get like hounded. But I'm just gonna keep on doing my thing because I'm supposed to put one foot in front of the other. That's what I'm supposed to do, put one foot in front of the other, and that's what I'm doing. One foot in front of the other. So I don't make the rules around here, but I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to talk about this. I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to talk about time and how effed it is. And, you know, I like some of the days of the week because I'm a Viking. So I like Thursday. And I like Friday because it's named after Freya, the Viking lady goddess of the earth. So I like that. Tuesday is named after the Viking god of war, Tyr. So that's why Tuesdays are sometimes kind of hectic. Monday is named after the moon. I'm down with the moon. I think the moon doesn't get enough cred. I think the moon's amazing. The other day I was looking at the moon and it looked like a different moon to me. So I might be losing my mind because I've been having lots of like spiritual experiences and visionary things. So I might be losing my mind, but it looked like a different moon. So I'm like, are the people that talk about the simulation onto something? I don't know. I don't like to think about that because it freaks me out. But it looked like a seriously different moon. But even then, I think that the moon does not get the credit it deserves. I think the moon is fantastic. I'm a big moon guy. And the Taoists understood that when ladies are on their moon time, they actually have a lot of power. So this idea that ladies are like, oh, sign of the cross when they're on the moon time. No, they have lots of power when they're on their moon time. So that's all I'm saying. And, you know, not to be TMI, but the menstrual blood has stem cells. So I'm just saying, menstrual blood has stem cells. Ladies are powerful when they're on their moon. Let's get that straight. Okay, back to the Romans, the Roman religion. Because I'm just a young tyke and I'm looking at the stars and I'm like, what's the meaning of life? And then everything I'm ever taught is wrong forever. So everything I'm always taught is wrong. And people are like, oh, young tyke, you beautiful young soul. You know what you should do? You should go to the hellish, horrific empire that destroyed everything and just servituded people and did horrible shit. And you should go to them because they had the best military technology and that's the religion you should go to. And I'm like, huh? They're like, yep. That's what the adults said. That's what the adults always said for me to do. Go to the people with the best military technology who are horrific and destroy everything and go to them for your meaning of life. Silly child, you go to the best military technology people, the Hellions that are destroying everything, and then you go to their religion, and that's the religion you go to. So that's why we named Saturday after this freak show of a fucking god that eats his own babies, okay? That's what's happening. So I'm just saying, until we abolish time and we figure something better out, there should be 13 months, there's 13 moons, 13 is a lucky number, it's not an unlucky number, it's a lucky number. Okay. In Roman myth, Saturn was identified with the Greek Cronus. Exiled from Olympus by Zeus, he ruled Latium in a happy and innocent golden age. See, this is where I think Britannica's effing with me. I feel like Britannica's effing with me now because he's saying, Britannica's telling me that this freak show of a god that eats his own babies was exiled from Olympus by Zeus, so therefore he was kind of a problematic deity. But then he rules Latium in a happy and innocent golden age, where he taught his people agriculture and other peaceful arts. Seems a little oxymoron, it seems a little paradoxical or strange to me, so I'm just saying. Saturn's great festival, the Saturnalia, became the most popular of Roman festivals. Cool. And its influence, this is great, and its influence is still felt in the celebration of Christmas, and the Western world's New Year. So the influence for Christmas, when the politicians pass bills, they pass the omnibus bills right before Christmas so nobody reads them, and all the lobbyists get all their crap in there, and it's just a big pork belly mess. They do it right before Christmas because these politicians are children. They are children. They're some of like the worst, most worthless people on the planet. I can't even with anything. Like I get text messages now about voting and I'm like, stop. I cannot. It is horrific. The situation is horrific. I mean, really, really bad, y'all. It's bad right now, 2024. It's rough. The only time I watch television is when I'm at the stair climber. I'm on the stair climber because I think I'm practicing running up the pyramid because I'm hoping that maybe I can elevate. I can just get out of here and I can run up the pyramid and the top of the pyramid can shoot off and I can get the fuck out of here. So I think I'm on the stair climber just practicing. Just fucking, just get up the pyramid. And that's the only time I watch the television. And if it sounds like I'm kind of losing my mind, it's because I am. So I'm putting it on a tape. I put it on tape. Yeah, I'm losing my mind, for sure. But I still have my mind. And I'm doing my very best. Still trying to create art. What the fuck was I talking about? Saturnalia was the most famous of most popular of the Roman festivals. They're celebrating this freak show that eats his babies. And that's what turned into Christmas. And so that's why, if you go back in the archives, war on Christmas, baby. War on Christmas. Anyways, also I need to be reasonable right now, and also it's chill and good that families get together and, But my friends growing up, my Jewish friends growing up, they would often go and eat Chinese food on Christmas. I think that's a good move, personally, because I love Chinese food. There's a really excellent Chinese restaurant in the hood that it's like a little hole in the wall, and they have really, really good fried rice. I need to get their name. I'll get their name later and I'll plug them because they're amazing. Shout out to little hole in the wall Chinese restaurants in the hood. I appreciate you guys. Anyways, so I was talking about time and how effed time is and how we get effed with language and how everything is this cult of inversion where good is presented as bad and bad is presented as good. My favorite example of this is the peace sign. Peace, love, the peace sign. The peace sign is an inversion of the Viking rune for protection. So the Viking rune for protection is an upside down peace sign. So and this is like everywhere. It's everywhere, this inversion. If you start noticing it, it's everywhere. Everything is so inverted. And so I had this peace sticker because I'm a simp and a kind of a cliche individual, and I had a peace sticker. And so I turned that shit right around, and now it's the Viking symbol of protection. So there you go. So once you can identify the cult of inversion, then you can start to liberate yourself in the very best ways we can. And we're all just trying to liberate ourselves over here, and I'm trying to liberate myself day by day. And supposedly when you're going in the dumps, you're supposed to just do stuff anyway, even though things that you normally make you happy don't make you happy, you just do it anyway. So today I went to the park, I ran around in the sun with my kettlebell, putting feet in front of the other, and there was geese and ducks and lots of beautiful people who were having picnics, even though it's very, very hot still. It's incredibly hot still, even though it's almost the end of September. But the sun's out, so I appreciate that because I am a sun worshiper. I'm an unapologetic sun worshiper. So Sunday, I guess, is chill because Sunday is named after the sun. But I find it very interesting that Saturday, which is the day that we're all supposed to cut loose and have fun, is named after a psychopath that eats his babies. And we should all maybe examine that. And what does that mean? What does that mean about time in general? And let's do time over again and reinvigorate 13 and have a 13-month moon cycle calendar. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Sometimes I fantasize about having my own coffee shop and just calling it 13. This is 13. Lucky 13, baby. 13. So today I jumped on the mic to rant and rave a little bit, and I have to be careful about what I say. Have to be careful about what I say nowadays on the podcast. So I'm not going to be ever naming names, but I have mentioned previously that I feel like misogyny is like the worst thing. It's the worst thing, and it's effing everything up, and it's almost part of the cult of inversion. And if you study history too, the Spanish conquistadors, just this band of real fucking dicks, real assholes, the Spanish conquistadors, just disgusting but strong and very determined, just psychopaths. And they all came from the same region in Spain, the Extremadura region in Spain. All the famous conquistadors, Cortez, friggin' all of them, they all came from Pizarro. They all came from this Extremadura region in Spain. And the Extremadura region in Spain is like the desert. It's like the desolate desert region in Spain. And now I love deserts. I'm a desert dweller and I love deserts. But the thing about deserts is different deserts are ruled by different gods. So like some deserts, like the Sonoran Desert, is ruled by, in my personal belief, pretty amazing deities. And it's very low-key goddess here in the Sonoran Desert. But that's low-key. But other deserts are ruled by different deities. And this Extremadura region of Spain is likely ruled by some very, very dark deities. And so this band of just psychos came to the New World, and they were just so greedy, just empty, just vessels of greed, these psychopaths. And they had muscles, and they had military technology, and they had determination, and they had misogyny, and they're just like, we're here. And what they did is they would go to the goddess temples. They would go to the goddess temples in the New World, and they would just destroy the goddess temples. That was like their number one thing. So it's almost, you start to ask yourself, like, are these demons? Are we talking about demons? I think we are talking about demons, to be honest. I think we are talking about demons. I think it is kind of like a holy war, and I think it is a demonic impulse. And I think empires are demonic, very, very demonic. And I think that, I don't want to offend anybody here, but I think that institutional religions are infiltrated by a lot of demonic tendencies. Can we say that? I'll be tactful. I think that oftentimes institutional religions are infiltrated, because why is it that institutional religions are always, every single time, sausage fests? It's just dudes for days. Every single institutional religion, dudes for days. And that is just the worst. I go to Planet Fitness sometimes to try to get endorphins, to put one foot in front of the other. I go to Planet Fitness because I like Planet Fitness because it has diversity. So I like it because it has diversity. That's the only reason why I like it. I don't really like the corporate structure. I don't like the fact that they took away the 50% off on my Celsiuses, even though I'm a Black Card member. And I wrote kind of an angry email about that, but they didn't ever give that discount back. And I'm just still butthurt about it. Now I have to go to Fry's and get my Celsius on sale. And then people will come to me and be like, you can't drink Celsius. A white man the other day told me I can't drink Celsius. And I was like, why? He's like, it's going to give you cancer. And I'm like, that's so rude. That is so rude to just like come up to someone who's drinking a Celsius and tell them that they can't drink that, because it's like, dude, that's your business, bruh. That's your business. Like, I'm sure he has reasons for that, but like, it's so rude to just like come up to people and be like, that thing you're doing is going to give you cancer. It's very rude. Very, very rude. If the person asks if it's like a thing, or if you go to like someone who's a professional, like naturopath or whatever, and then you ask the question like, hey, I've been drinking a lot of this Celsius, then the naturopath could be like, well, you know, the B vitamins in there are maybe kind of shady and blah, blah, blah. But just to randomly come up to someone and be like, that shit's going to give you cancer, really fucking pissed me off. Really pissed me off. And so I still drink Celsius. I'm stubborn. I'm a stubborn Finnish man, and I still drink my Celsius, but then I also I juice organic produce. So that's the wisdom of Pakime. And I juice my organic produce. And I believe in my heart that even though maybe the B vitamins in Celsius are not the greatest, I juice organic veggies and fruits, and that allows my body to detox. I also went to acupuncture today, so I went to acupuncture. I'm doing everything I damn can just to keep putting one foot in front of the other, because I have this feeling like I'm like not even close to being done here on Earth. I'm like not even close, so I'm just like, okay, deep breaths. So anyway, so I came on the mic today to rant and rave about misogyny, because it's one of the few things I'm allowed to talk about. And it really is just like the worst, and it really is the cult of inversion, because even though ladies are not perfect, they have the womb. So just that simple physical facts on the ground, ladies have the womb, dudes don't have the womb. So dudes can't be, and I'm not trying to offend anyone right now, it's fine if you want to do whatever and get that and make it happen, but I'm just saying naturally how people are born is ladies have the womb, and that's the only way that life is created. So to vilify women, like our whole society, which empires do, empires and institutional religions vilify women, and our whole society vilifies women, and that's very anti-life. It's extremely self-destructive and self-defeating. It's just silly. And like, you can still acknowledge that ladies are humans and so thus flawed like humans. That's not what I'm talking about over here. I personally think that ladies are just as selfish as dudes, as on a whole. I would say that ladies are just as selfish as dudes. But if all things being equal, then one sex has the womb and one sex doesn't. So why would you vilify the sex that has the womb unless you are also a society that has your day of fun named after a freak show that eats babies? So if everything is cult of inversion and you, on your day of fun, you have a dude that eats babies, and then his lover is the goddess of plague and destruction, maybe in a culture like that, you would vilify women. But I'm pregnant right now. I'm pregnant with my own personal little vision of the new earth, and I'm very stubborn, and I'm going to keep talking about it until the day I die. Until the day I die, I'm going to keep talking about my personal little vision of the new earth, because I do believe that a new earth is upon us. It's going to be better. Darkest hours right before the dawn, and I just pray that society just doesn't do what it's been doing forever with the empires. The empires are just so demonic and bad. Anyway, so there's this one specific institutional religion that I'm not going to name names, and this institutional religion is like extremely misogynistic, and it's kind of personal for me because I befriended a young lady who was shunned. This was a while ago when I was doing outdoor education. I befriended a young lady who was shunned by this institutional religion, and she got so incredibly depressed that she tragically took her own life, because like it really sucks when you get shunned by your family. That's like a really terrible thing to do. So that was like made very, very sad, because she was a very like bright little soul, and she got shunned and then she took her own life. So misogyny is the root of the problem. I'm not even like trying to pick on, and listen, I know things are complicated and I'm not casting aspersions, but misogyny, it's the misogyny aspect is really, really bad. And this idea that then the other thing that pisses me off about this institutional religion is they used to run like very sneaky psyop massacres on the indigenous Americans. And I'm biased towards indigenous Americans because indigenous Americans, A, they inspire me. And my favorite book is called Lame Deer Seeker of Visions. And then B, they've always been very kind to me. So I'm a loyal bobcat, and I reciprocate. I match the energy. So indigenous Americans have always been very kind to me, plus they've always inspired me. So therefore, I'm biased towards them. And this institutional religion, which is super misogynistic, was running around when the West was being conquered, and they were doing sneaky psyop massacres where they would massacre like a tribe, and then they would frame another tribe to make it look like another tribe massacred the tribe. But it was actually the institutional religion, the misogynist institutional religion, that massacred the tribe. And then what they did is then they went and they tattletaled. So they massacre the tribe. Then they frame another tribe and say another tribe massacred the tribe. And then they tattletale on their own frame to Big Daddy in the swamp of DC. And then the US Army would come and then massacre the tribe that the institutional religion framed. So that's the type of shit that was going down when the West was being conquered in this great country. And like, that shit's fucked. Very, very, very fucked. And so then, on top of that, this institutional religion goes around, like, names everything after itself. Like, all these sacred spots in the US, especially in the West, are all like named after this misogynistic institutional religion. And it's a very phallic thing to do, to go around naming things and claiming things that aren't yours. Very, very phallic. And I'm just so tired of it. I'm very tired of the sausage fest. Everything being a sausage fest. It just sucks. How do I know it sucks? In Planet Fitness, when I have to use the men's room, I have to go in the male locker room, and it's gross. It's always so gross. So I would just prefer if my cosmology, it's like the place where I go to like escape and like meditate. I don't want my cosmology having a big dick shoved in my face, my cosmology. Like, I just don't think that's the way to go. I don't think the way to go is just swing your dick around and name everything and claim everything. I don't think that's the way to go. And I think it's very, very bad. And I really do believe that if the world does not either evolve and get into the golden age, which I see coming and I have hope for, it's either that or it's fiery poop storm. It's either that or fiery poop storm. I don't think the world can just keep on hanging out. I think the world is fine because Pele is fine, the lava is fine. But like human society, the humanity, I don't see it thriving for much longer with it's just sausage fest and freak shows that eat the babies and like cult of inversion insanity. So I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say today. I know it's a little bit of a ranty rant, but you're supposed to, when you're going through hard times, you're supposed to just do the things, even if you're not really feeling like it. So I'm on here, I'm doing the things, and I am enjoying myself because I'm always happy to produce for the podcast and maybe crack open a mind or two along the way. Hit me up if you have any questions, barbarian.noetics@proton.me. And I love you all. Support my sponsor, Magic Mind. Links in the description, 20% off on that beautiful green shot. Links in the description, magicmind.com/barbariannoetics20. I've pretty much given up on my Patreon because I'm depressed. So I've given up on my Patreon for a while because I'm depressed, so I haven't updated it in a long time. But you can support me by supporting my sponsor. All my support links are in the description. So the best way is really the direct donates on PayPal or Cash App is the best way. And times are tough right now for independent journalists. So any help you can give me, I would really appreciate it. I got like such a sad Substack from another independent journalist that I really like. And her Substack was like, I need help. My life's in danger. That was her Substack. That was her Substack today. I'm in help. My life's in danger. I need money to move away from here. My life's in danger. That's what's going on. That's what's going down right now for independent media. It's rough. It is rough. Rough times. But we will get through it. And I want to thank all y'all for sticking with me through thick and thin. And I'm just over here reciting Salma 91. And I'm going to be okay. And we're all going to be okay in the end. Just darkest hours right before the dawn. And let's keep on getting better at everything. And let's honor the ladies because they have the womb. And if you're going through a depressive state, you just keep doing the things, and then eventually it'll pass because things shift and change. And I do believe that the whales still find sacred space in the ocean where they can sing in the ocean in peace. So that's nice. So I like to think about that sometimes. The humpback's just real deep in a little deep, secluded, hidden cavern, just singing and floating. I'm like, oh yes, that's the stuff. That's the stuff right there. All right, everybody. That's it and that's that for today. Little Raven's going to sign out. Much love, many blessings to all y'all. I hope you do enjoy yourselves. Even though it's named after Saturn, I still, of course, wish everyone to have a beautiful Saturday and then a beautiful Sunday too, and a moon day and everything after that. So, all right, I'll be back on the air real soon. Much love. Pow, pow.
There's an old man called the Mississippi. That's the old man that I'd like to be. What does he care if the world's got troubles? What does he care if the land ain't free? Old Man River, that old man River, he must know something, but don't say nothing. He just keeps rolling. He keeps on rolling along. He don't plant taters. He don't plant cotton. Them that plants them is soon forgotten. But old man River, he just keeps rolling along. You and me, we sweat and strain, body all aching and racked with pain. Tote that pot, lift that bale, you gets a little drunk and your land's in jail. I get weary and sick of trying. I'm tired of living and scared of dying. But old man River, he just keeps rolling along. Darkies all wake on the Mississippi. Darkies all wake while the white folks play, pulling those boats from the dawn till sunset, getting no rest till the judgment day.
Don't look up and don't look down. You don't dare snake the white folks round. Bend your knees and bow your head and pull and roll until you're dead.
Let me go away from the Mississippi. Let me go away from the white man boss. Show me that stream called the River Jordan. That's the